I've been gone for about a week and some change, and what I will explain is that I spent majority of my free time helping other people get, do shit at their house. I'm not gonna go into the exact details of it, but that's all I've been doing. But yesterday, the governor of Michigan, issued a stay-at-home order, and I was like, you know what? So now that there's a stay-at-home order, and it's not like they're not allowing us to go out or anything, it's best advised that you stay the fuck at home and not go out into the general public unless you don't have to. And I don't have to. I've already did my little grocery shopping and whatnot, and I'm just at home, and I just decided, I'm just gonna start doing, for me, and just actually chilling at home like I want to, and making videos like I want to, instead of being everywhere else but here. So we are gonna be on this fucking video today by Chills. This is called 11 videos that are beyond strange. I mean, of course, you see the title. I don't even know why I have to read that shit to you. But as far as the shit being beyond strange, it's a lot of videos I've seen in my time. So it's a lot of strange shit that I've seen, scary shit that I've seen, mysterious shit I've seen. So this might, this shit it's probably not going to be as strange as this title is making it seem like it's going to be, because it's been a habit of me watching videos where the title will say, oh, like, this shit's scary as fuck, and then that shit be underwhelming. So
Number 11. This video was taken in 2001 by the Mills family while hiking Marble Mountain in Maine. Their leader, Jim Mills, zooms in on what could be a humanoid watching them. It's taken in 2001 by the Mills family while hiking Marble Mountain in Maine. Their leader, Jim Mills, zooms in on what could be a humanoid watching them across a pond.
At us?
I don't see it.
Moving now.
The tree is. It's to the right of him. It's walking that way. Trees. Okay. See the King's Castle? Yeah.
He's dead. Kind of little.
As it approaches the group, we get a better glimpse at its strange shape. Even from this distance, its shoulders look broad, and it has a powerful lower body with arms that come down to its knees.
It does not look like a person. Its arms are way too big. Look at how long the hands hang down to the...
At 6 minutes and 9 seconds, the creature seems to point at them and wave its fist. My theory is that, assuming this is real, the creature is guarding its only water source and telling them to come no closer. You may think that this creature looks somewhat small from this distance, but considering the fact that his camera is zoomed all the way in, it's actually giant, but it could also simply be CGI. Number 10.
I don't know why. Like, looking at that figure in the distance like that, it kind of made me think of the Beast Titan from Attack on Titans and shit. I don't know why, but that was like the first thing that popped in my fucking mind.
To figure out if this person is really a modern day Zen master or a simple street magician with a neat trick, he seems to be hovering in midair with nothing to support him, and not a single person in the audience, of all ages, can figure out how this is being done. With that said, I do notice a stick that he never lets go of. Either this is giving him strange levitating powers, which I somehow doubt, or he is using it to run something down his sleeve. Perhaps a small platform hidden under his clothes for him to sit on.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, come on, dog. This shit is not strange. Like, that's like a lot of shit that a lot of people know that these street performers do. It's like from where that little shit is at right there, it's like a metal fucking thing that goes from that stick through the man's sleeve, and it's basically like a fucking chair. It's like a little platform that he's sitting on and is able to do that. So at least I think that's how that shit goes, but I know it's something similar to that. But yeah, ain't nothing strange about this.
One out, so give me some help if you know. As amazing as this would be if it was real, I can't help but think that someone who is this enlightened would probably be wise enough to keep their knowledge away from the public instead of putting on some...
Let me see what the... had to turn it down a little bit.
Glasses and showing off. With that said, if there was a video that showed him going from a standing position to floating, then I would be more inclined to believe. Number 9. A CCTV video captures an ill-mannered apparition as it ravages a store just 20 minutes shy of 3 a.m. It slinks across the far wall first, knocking 2 items off the opposite shelf as it moves down the aisle. To be honest though, the way this object on the top shelf gets caught at 13 seconds looks like it could be pulled by a string. Next, the shadow somehow passes across the aisle without appearing in the glass or the bright reflection on the floor. A minute later, the door to the cooler shakes hard enough to rattle the glass in its pain. Camera 7 shows the outside of the cooler, and camera 8 shows the inside. Nobody is anywhere nearby, or in the entire store for the matter, and yet the door shakes uncontrollably. I think this could be a real poltergeist because of one simple fact. This door is airtight to keep the drinks cold. It has no knob to grab onto, and must be opened with a button on the wall. Therefore, I don't think somebody could have made it shake like this, even if they stood on the other side and tried. Number 8. A YouTube channel called Exploring with Angelina is with some friends, and they are exploring an abandoned house that was apparently the scene of some very horrible events. The house is certainly creepy, and as they explore, the video has a feeling of unease, almost like something could pop out at any second. But it's at the 9-minute and 32-second mark when Angelina's friend looks into a dark room that things get beyond strange. She sees something so creepy, it sends her leaving with a high-pitched scream.
Oh my God.
Creepy. It sends her leaving with a high-pitched scream.
Oh my God.
Inside the room is basically a spider fortress, with webs covering almost every inch of the room. I feel bad for any future urban explorer who accidentally walks into that room, especially if you have a fear of spiders. This would be enough to scare you for life. Number 7.
Wait, hold on. It says 11 videos that are beyond strange. So what is strange about spider webs in an abandoned building?
This girl sobs into her long black hair, and her wails of sorrow are beyond strange. Take a listen and tell me if the cries are really coming from her, or if they've been layered over top. And just when her hair parts, and we see movements from seeing her face, if this really is a roadside ghost, then whoever is filming this should be ready for a serious haunting. I don't know much about video editing, but I will say that the video is low quality, which is a sign of computer rendering, and the upward transition looks a little rough around the edges, so although this video could be real, and from a long time ago, I do have some doubts. Number 6. These videos posted by the Washington State Department of Transportation in January of 2020 have had thousands of people retweeting and speculating as to what was spotted that day on Sherman's Pass. The webcam photo shows a mysterious creature with not a trace of skin showing beneath, not even around the eyes and face. It doesn't look like a person, and it doesn't look like a costume, but it does look like it could be a bipedal humanoid covered in fur. One day later, a new official video of the same species, if not the same specimen, was released by the Department of Transportation. This time spotted at the Snoqualmie Pass, over 4 hours away. I think this second sighting looks more like a person than the first, and I think they might even be wearing a pair of boots, but it's too far away to tell. I think maybe this is a person who was inspired by the first sighting. It's too bad that this supposed creature chose to walk away from the camera instead of towards it, so we could get a better look. What's different about both of these sightings, and most others, is the source. This is a government agency, not some random person on YouTube, so I think it's safe to say that something was definitely out there on both days. Whether it was a human or a real creature though, I cannot say. Maybe one day soon a third sighting will give us the final piece of evidence we need to make a solid conclusion. Number 5. The Danimator's channel captures an eerie pair of glowing white eyes peering down from high above. The Danimator says that he suspects this could be a raccoon, and I think it might be an owl. But one thing that's weird is how the eyes briefly changed from white to orange, from 23 seconds to 32 seconds. Maybe I'm wrong, but even animal eyes shouldn't be able to do that. Animal or not, this strange creature is definitely not what you'd want to see perched outside of your house in the middle of the night. I really wish he was able to shine the camera light on the creature to reveal its true form, but I guess he was
Oh my god. Oh, my fucking back.
to do that at the time. Oh well, there's always next time. Number 4. Reets Boy records what he thinks is a rare creature sighting, and while I think he might be right, I would like your help to confirm. Some of the dogs in his neighborhood are going crazy, so he zooms in on where they're barking and just barely makes out this figure possibly watching from afar. At 38 seconds, you get a much better look when he zooms in.
Bro, do you see it?
It's hard to tell for sure, but I think something is definitely there, and it kind of looks like the upper half of a shadow person. Fear suddenly overcomes Reets Boy, and he runs back inside before it gets any closer. Definitely the smart choice. Number 3. There's a video called You Will Never Find Me that was posted over 10 years ago on a channel called Waiting to Play, and I think it might be a bizarre project from someone out of their mind. Half of the video follows someone from a library to a parking lot, and then at 1 minute and 18 seconds, I think they are being chased while trying to call the authorities. It keeps cutting back to this random person rocking back and forth under some covers, presumably against their will, and then they are laying dazed on the ground, moving slowly as if they are barely conscious. A man in a white mask holds a hammer while kneeling over what appears to be a person, perhaps the very same person who was running away before, judging by their clothes. He holds up his sign and seems to silently brag about the fact that he's getting away with this. If this is real, it's more than a decade old, and since it's still online, it's either an art project or an obscure video that the authorities have yet to find. Number 2. This retro arcade room is ruined by faulty wiring, or else a real ghost. To demonstrate, the owner picks up the remote to his ceiling fan and turns the light off.
Let's see. Oh, there it is. Wow.
The lights somehow turn on by themselves despite not touching the remote at all. At 4 seconds, we can see the nearest light switches all the way across the room from the distinctive shark skateboard that he's now standing by, so he couldn't have hit that himself, and no one else is with him. Then, not only does the fan turn on by itself, but it also kind of goes the wrong way for a little bit first, which I don't think is normal. In a different video, the light looks much brighter than before, yet returns to normal brightness when turned off and back on. This time, he turns the light out and leaves the remote on the wall. He steps out towards the middle of the room, and the light comes back on before he even gets a chance to properly set up his camera. Based on what I've seen here, I think these videos are real, because nothing stood out as blatantly fake. If this house is haunted, let's just hope it's not a malevolent spirit. After all, you wouldn't want to give up an arcade setup that Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and if you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Have you seen the number 15 music video yet? If not, you're definitely missing out. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way, you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Number 1, a Reddit user named Pon named Ponzi Flaunt hears something outside of his home that leaves him too afraid to move. Listen to this part and tell me if you hear a creepy woman's voice carrying a twisted tune. The haunting melody repeats over and over again, growing louder each time. There's no way that this is an animal. One person commented that this sounds like it could be an opera, and I can't say that they're wrong. Listen again.
Like, what is that?
Then you hear what sounds to me like a cry for help, and the singing never returns. If I lived in that house, I would be immediately locking all the doors and windows. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, or in this case, 1,000.
Okay. So, judging by the quality of videos that we have seen on here, I can pretty much go through all this and tell you if these are strange or not. This one, not strange. This one, it kind of makes you think like, okay, is it like a wiring issue or something? But I don't know, like it's something that can be easily explained away, and therefore it's not really that strange. This one, I mean, well, it's a video that was made like over 10 years ago, and the camera quality is like really poor. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like if somebody was being chased by somebody, I wouldn't be trying to run and like call on the phone for help at the same time. That's just me personally, so I just don't think that that's just realistic enough to be real. But then again, I could be wrong. There are some people who react differently in certain situations, so I mean, for all I know, if I ever end up in a situation like this, I'll probably end up doing the same thing. Who knows? But it leaves you to wonder if it is real or not, because it is an old ass video. Like if this is just like a project like you said, or if it's like some sort of like snuff film or something, but you don't know for sure. This one, I mean, it's not really strange because it's like it could be a regular ass animal, but we can't really make it, you know, make it out because we're seeing this shit from a very like far distance. So it's not really strange unless there's something like disproportionate about his body or some shit like that. Like if his body looks humanoid and his head looks like a fucking animal or something, then maybe. But it's like, for all we know, that shit could be another dog or something, or some type of animal. But yeah. Okay, so number 5, it could be scary, you know, or strange, but I mean, shit, is like I said, it could be an animal. And I know he said something about the colors of his eyes changing, but that could just be from the result of, you know, like looking at the eyes from a different angle. The eyes can like change colors when you like, especially in the dark, when you can see it like glowing eyes. Like there's obviously some sort of light that's like shining on his eyes for his eyes to even like be like that. And it can like change colors when you like look up, like kind of, you know, change the angle that you're looking at it from. I mean, I'm assuming, but not really strange. If it is an animal, then it's just an animal, you know. Okay, this one here, all it is just showing that there's a guy on camera and there's like people. It said that there's people who retweeted and whatnot and started, you know, speculation of their own. What did the State Department say that it was? I mean, obviously it was just a guy who was caught on camera. Why anybody would believe that this is strange or some type of creature is beyond me. This one, I mean, come on, that shit obviously looks like fake, especially the way the, you know, ghost just like fucking disappears. So that's just fake as hell. This ain't even strange or scary, dog. Like this is just something that you are going to see in an abandoned building. I mean, it's fucking spiders, dog. So no, it's not scary, not even strange. That's just what the fuck happens. This one is strange because like if it was just showing shit moving but not really like showing the other side, or you know, just kind of like making it like obscure or some shit where we can't really see what's causing this shit to move. But since it has different camera angles and it's showing one side of one area and then the other side, just to show you like, hey, like this shit is like doing this thing on his own, yeah, I can understand this being beyond strange. You know, shit falling off of shelves and moving all on his own. I mean, of course that's just strange in itself. So this one, I mean, come on now, it's not strange. Like I said, he probably just has like a long like metal line that's like going through that whole shit, and it's like a platform where his ass is at, where he could sit on, so that way it looks like he's levitating. Like there should be a line that's going from down here somewhere, going up, going through his sleeves, and then it's like going down his back, and it's like a little metal platform up under here to make it look like he's like levitating. And then we have this. I mean, look, I'm not trying to like make this video too long, but it's already fucking 25 minutes I've been recording at this point. It probably won't be exactly 25 minutes when I get done editing and all that shit, but that's how long I've been recording for, and I'm not trying to record that long. But overall, there's only one video that was strange, and that was the CCTV video of shit like falling off of shelves and like just making noise, just doing shit like that. But overall, these videos is not scary. It would probably be more scary if the videos at least had some type of backstories to these, but all he's really done, and it's not like due to any fault of Chills, but it's like all he's really doing is just telling us what we're seeing on the video ourselves. I mean, I could easily look at a video and tell you exactly what's going on in the video. Anybody can. If there was some backstory to these, then maybe it'd make the situation more creepier or stranger. But if we're just left with what we're seeing, we're not getting anything out of it. We're not getting any type of information that'd be like, well, I wonder why this is. We're literally just seeing the video, and then it's like, okay, that's it. We're not really like getting anything out of it. Just seeing the video and just seeing if it's like strange or not. Like, in majority of these videos aren't strange. A lot of these can be easily explained away. And trust me, when I watch videos like this, I don't like to be that person to try to like prove that everything is fake. I like to feel like this shit is real. But when you see videos like this, it kind of like damn, have I seen all the fucking scary videos out here? Have I seen all the mysterious shit, all the supernatural fucking videos that have made me like actually like have hairs on the back of my fucking neck stand up and shit, you know? But this is just one video, so I'm pretty sure like I haven't hit my like peak scariness yet. So that's all for this video here. I'm probably gonna make another one right after this one. So thank you guys for watching this video with me. I'll put the link in the description box below so you guys can check out Chills' channel and original video and link. So peace.